Hello Gemini, welcome. I'm glad you're here. Every month leaves its own symbols. Today let's discover what August may be reflecting for you, not only through tarot, but also through the sky above us. We have the Nine of Swords, the Queen of Pentacles, the Ten of Swords reversed, and our oracle card is Love. With the Bellini cards, I don't read reversals, just as it was traditionally intended to be read. We will return to these cards in just a moment. Let's begin with the month itself. August opens beneath a steady but transformative sky for you. Jupiter continues its journey through Leo, where it will remain until July 2027. This illuminates your third house, the house of communication, learning, everyday routines, siblings, short-distance travel, and your local community. Jupiter expands whatever it touches. It encourages you to express yourself with greater confidence and warmth. It gives your ideas a brighter voice and invites you to share them more openly. Over the coming year, you may notice your relationship with siblings, neighbors, classmates, or people in your everyday environment becoming more meaningful and supportive. This month also brings two especially meaningful events. On August 12th, we experience both a new moon and a solar eclipse in Leo. A new moon marks a beginning. An eclipse often brings a deeper reset. Together, they invite us to release what no longer reflects who we are becoming, making space for something more authentic to emerge. The sky doesn't force change. It creates moments that invite it. August feels like one of those moments. Perhaps you've been asked to move beyond surface conversations and begin expressing yourself with greater honesty and authenticity. As your inner perspective changes, your relationships with siblings, neighbors, colleagues, or your everyday community may naturally begin to change as well. New ideas may arrive, new conversations may begin, and Jupiter gives you the confidence to bring those ideas into the world. I'd like to share two symbolic reflections that capture the spirit of this moment. Beyond applause. When approval becomes your measure, the soul grows tired. Release the need for validation, comparison, and endless pursuit. True worth is not performed, it's remembered. Come home to what is real, not what is seen. As Jupiter expands Leo's energy, it also expands whatever is ready to be seen. That includes our gifts and sometimes our shadows. This card gently asks, where do I still measure my worth through someone else's eyes? Where I have forgotten that my value has always existed, even when no one is watching. Sometimes the strongest foundation we can build is the quiet confidence that no longer depends on applause. The inner sun, a new beginning of self-remembering. Step into the light that has always lived within you. Honor your inner child, your source of joy, creativity, and truth. You are not becoming the light, you are returning to it. Once we loosen our grip on external approval, something beautiful begins to awaken. The inner sun reminds us our deepest confidence has never come from outside ourselves. It has always lived within. This month may reconnect you with a fresh creative spark or simply remind you that your voice deserves to be heard. Toward the end of the month, on August 28th, we have the full moon and lunar eclipse in Pisces. For Gemini, this illuminates your 10th house, the house of career, purpose, reputation, and the way you contribute to the world. You may experience an important turning point in your professional life, perhaps recognizing which part truly reflects who you are becoming. After a month of new beginnings, this full moon reminds us that not everything needs to be solved. Some things simply ask to be released. The circle of giving. We are here to give from our hearts, and we are here to receive with grace. True balance is not in giving more, but in honoring the sacred flow between both. Together we rise, together we heal. Many of us find it easier to give than receive. We offer our time, our energy, our care, but struggle to accept support when it is offered back. This full moon invites a balance, because giving and receiving are not opposites. They complete one another. Sometimes the most meaningful conversation is not the one where we speak the most, but the one where we finally allow ourselves to receive. The skies often ask us to grow. The cards often ask us to look within. Neither can choose our path for us. But together, they remind us that meaning is something we create. So let's turn to the cards and see what they may be reflecting for you this month. Gemini, look at this card, the Queen of Pentacles. She is not rushing. She is not trying to convince anyone. She simply stands there, quietly holding what brings her joy. There is something wonderfully grounded about her. And for Gemini, that's a beautiful place to begin. Because this month we have already spoken about your voice, about communication, about expressing yourself with greater honesty. This queen reminds us that thoughtful words often carry more weight than hurried ones. Sometimes confidence is not speaking louder. Sometimes is no longer feeling the need to explain yourself to everyone. Now look at the Nine of Swords. Many people call this the anxiety card. But look at this card. The rabbit is not running. It stands there, watching. The toys, the tiny figures, the scattered pieces almost feel like memories, old thoughts, old worries. The mind remembering what once hurt. Perhaps there are moments this month when old fears try to speak again. What if they misunderstand me? What if my voice isn't enough? Notice, those thoughts are beside the queen, not inside her. She sees them, but she no longer becomes them. And now look at the Ten of Swords reversed. I almost don't see this as an ending. I see it as a picture that has been turned around. The hardest chapter is no longer in front of you. It's behind you. You learned something important about disappointment, about overthinking, about carrying conversations that no longer needed carrying. You don't have to keep returning there. Some stories are finished, even if your mind occasionally rereads them. Then the Bellini card appears. How beautiful that after a reading about communication, the final word is not success. It is not recognition, not achievement, it's love. Perhaps this month love simply asks to become the language you choose, the way you speak to yourself, the patience you offer another person, the courage you begin an honest conversation, the willingness to listen before responding. Sometimes love doesn't arrive as a grand moment. Sometimes it quietly changes the tone of every conversation we have. Now the sky opens another chapter. With Jupiter illuminating your third house, this season invites you to trust your own voice, to speak honestly, to listen with presence, to share your ideas without needing them to be perfect. Because your greatest gift may not simply be what you say, but how your words help another person feel understood. And perhaps that is where this month's journey has been leading all along. Thank you for spending this time with me. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and I'll see you in the next reading.